guys, it's your girl Corporate Carolyn, and I just wrapped up my work day and I got dinner, getting ready while my husband is out riding a bike. And I had a thought of one last thing I'd like to share with you. I hear a lot of black women talking about how there are no good black men out there, but by the same token, I hear a good number of black women saying how a guy they met, he was too nice. He was too corny. He didn't have a big enough, and that he wasn't tall enough, or he didn't have a nice enough car, or he lived at home with his mom, without saying whether he was living at home with his mom saving to buy a house, or to get in a better financial position, like say after getting out of college, or maybe in between jobs or whatever. All real life scenarios that happen. And so we just assume that people have to be perfect, or they're not tall enough, like he's not 6 feet or whatever, or he might not have the kind of hair that you want. You might have a certain picture in your mind of what complexion he should be. Like he's too light, he's too dark. The funny thing is, I ran across my jewel back in college, where a lot of black women weren't interested in my husband because they said he was too light, and other people said I was too dark. So people are always finding little nitpicky ways to rule somebody out. And the funny thing is, all of these guys that you're discounting while you're saying that there are no good men out there, you can't have it both ways. I bet there are a boatload of women who thought that Russell Wilson was too nice, too corny, too short, just not what they were looking for. And so they wanted somebody more street, someone harder, someone like a bad boy. I remember a lady told me a number of years ago, don't you just like, people who are kind of like dirty and look, she was white. She liked rock music, and she liked the kind of grungy looking guys. And she says, don't you just love that? And I said, no, I actually don't. I like my men to be clean. And I like nice, and I like corny, because nice and corny, one, makes me laugh, and two, brings his home every night, takes care of his kids, and when I needed to stay home, he held it down while I did that. And so we're ruling out so many men, but yet we say that there are no good men out here. You can't have it both ways. Which is it? Is it not enough good men out here? Or are you just looking for ones with a big D, a certain complexion, a certain income bracket, a certain fraternity, a certain type of car, like a certain career path that you want him to be on, like whether he's a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever? Are you looking for a sponsor, someone who can not only finance his bills but also pay yours as well? If that's the case, you're setting yourself up for failure. And years from now, someone could ask you, maybe you did meet your Mr. Right and you blew him off for some of those superfluous reasons. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think a big D ever paid for anybody's bills. It ain't never paid bill. And so many women are so focused on that. Oh, excuse me once. But anyway, so many women put such a high price tag on the big D thing. I believe that one of the many reasons why the Lord wanted us to wait and to avoid premarital sex is not only does it keep us from having children with people that we're not totally connected to, like for a lifetime. If you follow through with your marriage, you won't make a decision based on the size of a person's penis. That's almost like a guy making a decision based on the size of your breast or the size of your butt. I know men do that all the time, but it's not the best way to decide who is going to be the father of your children, who is going to be your life partner. I mean, you can use your mind. I'm not going to say anything because my sons could watch this, and there's no way I'm talking about any of this stuff on camera, but there are creative ways that you can get around that. You have an imagination, and if there's somebody that you love and they're good to you, you guys could figure that thing out. That shouldn't be a deal breaker, and you shouldn't make men feel bad about that. That's why they're so harsh on us with our butts and our boobs, and they're dissing us because a lot of times we're saying, "Oh, you're too short. Oh, your ding dong is." So I'm not going to say any words that I wouldn't say with my kids listening. Your is too small. The sex isn't good. And women haven't been displaying much decorum or like any sense of respectability. Like they're on TV talking about all sorts of things that you have no business talking about. So I'm thinking that if you don't want 20 years from now to run into a situation where someone says maybe you missed your Mr. Right, you might want to rethink your approach, because I think we're being too hard on the brothers, and I would love to talk more about this if you guys like to do that. But in the meantime, I got to get my dinner out of the oven, so I will talk to you guys more about this later. Until then, have a good one.